emotionally break him down, then he'll be much easier for Holiday to come in and overwhelm.
Of course, if you follow the sport, you know that Roy went through that very passage in his professional career. He did it so that he could install Tommy Brooks, whose recent successes as a trainer include Evander Holyfield over Mike Tyson, Junior Jones over Marco Antonio Barrera. In 6 weeks, what can he have done for Ivan?
The only thing he could have done for Ivan is to inspire Ivan inside, not physically teach him anything else, because Ivan has however many years of training from his father down pat. You can't change that in 6 weeks.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape as we get ready now for these two lightweights, and you'll see that they both weighed in very close to the lightweight limit. Ivan Robinson a quarter of a pound under. Phillip Holiday right on the nose. Reach advantage to Robinson. Height advantage to Robinson. He is 1 year younger than his extremely well-conditioned and relentless South African opponent. Rules of the bout with ringside cult item Harold Letterman.
The Phillip Holiday Ivan Robinson fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. There is no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
All right, and the short walk to the ring here in the Mohegan Sun Casino. First time that we've visited here on HBO's Boxing After Dark, and it is certainly a spectacular casino facility. And here comes Ivan Robinson. Nickname Mighty. Just Mighty. As a kid, they called him Mighty Mouse. When he became a fighter, he decided that he shouldn't be known as a mouse in there. Record compiled without the help of trainer Tommy Brooks, the hottest trainer in boxing at this moment. 23-0, 10 KOs. He is more of a boxer than a puncher. Ivan sees this fight as a great opportunity for him. Something he's been waiting for a long time. He had a close rivalry in his amateur days with Oscar De La Hoya. And he makes no secret of the fact that De La Hoya's multi-gazillion-dollar income serves as a huge motivator for him now. Feels like he ought to be getting that kind of money somewhere down the road. Phillip Holiday, in his last fight, defeated Joel Diaz. He has had 4 title defenses since having won the title. That means 5 separate trips to Pretoria to visit Nelson Mandela, and here's a look at Holiday.
A couple of other little-known facts about Holiday. He participates in triathlons. He went to college to study drafting. And his mother, who is here, doesn't eat for 2 weeks before his fight. Nobody wants this fight to be over faster than his mother, Joyce.
She wants it to be over fast so that she can end her fast. There's the record for Holiday. He likes to swarm opponents and try to pressure them from the opening get-go. In one of his recent bouts, he had a spectacular second-round knockout of Jeff Fenech in Fenech's native Australia. Let's go to ring announcer Mark Barrow for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Kushner Promotions in association with Main Events, HBO Sports, and Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers, this Bud's for you, presents Main Event, 12 rounds for the IBF Lightweight Championship of the World. Ring officials assigned by the International Boxing Federation, President Robert W. Lee, attending supervisor Walter B. Stone. Your judges at ringside are, from Toronto, Canada, Harry Davis, from Cromwell, Connecticut, Steve Epstein, and from Virginia Beach, Virginia, James Frailer. Your referee for this event, from Windsor, Connecticut, the sensational Steve Smoger. Introducing now the contestants. First in the red corner to my left, wearing the blue trunks, red trim, weighing 134 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in 23 professional bouts. He has 10 wins by way of knockout. He hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ranked #1 in the world by the IBF, the USBA lightweight champion, and the challenger, Ivan Mighty Robinson. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks, red accessories, weighing 135 pounds. He is undefeated in 29 professional bouts. He has 16 wins by way of knockout. From Benoni, South Africa, here is the IBF lightweight champion of the world, Phillip Holiday. 12 rounds, IBF lightweight championship at stake.
All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions to weigh in. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Respect the bell at all times, and above all, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Touch up. God bless. Ready, Jimmy? Ready, Harry?
I think Ivan will be the better boxer tonight, but condition will play a big part in this fight.
And Holiday relies on conditioning to fight his relentless, non-stop style, as Larry told you. He's participated in triathlons. He's been a bicycle racer. He played soccer quite extensively as a young man before ultimately electing to concentrate on boxing. He has a twin brother, and he says of his twin brother, not too harshly, I hope, he couldn't be a boxer. He's too soft. Robinson starting off flicking the jab. And for the moment, Robinson has blunted Holiday's attack by throwing more punches and moving carefully to his left. Low blow by Holiday with the left hand. Referee Steve Smoger not yet with anything to say about that. Have become extremely skilled at detecting low blows, Roy. Or maybe we just think we're skilled at it. Maybe they're so obvious that anyone could.
Ivan got a shot in the eye, I think, and it's starting to bother him. His eyes watered up, his right eye.
Robinson staying active, and more to the point, continually moving to his left. As long as Robinson can stay off the ropes and keep Holiday from putting him in jail, he's fighting his fight. The minute he stops his feet from moving, and particularly if he has his back to the ropes when he does it, then it's Holiday's fight. Right hand body shot by Holiday momentarily stopped Robinson in his tracks. Now Ivan back up and moving.
Holiday would have to do some work to, Robinson would have to do some work to Holiday's body too if he wants to stay in this fight with Holiday.
Style contrast becomes immediately apparent as you see how determined Holiday is to back Robinson up and put him in jail against the ropes.
We were going to show you a shot of Holiday's mother just before the fight. The mother who has fasted for 2 weeks. But just as the fight started, she got up and walked out. Very fast pace.
Extremely active first round for both fighters.
Something that I'm sure Holiday is very used to.
Both fighters threw more than 100 punches in the first round.
Relax.
That's a whirlwind.
Relax. Listen, I need you to throw a straight 1-2, but he's right there for it. Remember I told you want to stay basic?
Right.
Let's stay real basic, okay? You got the first round over with. You got it out your system now. Straight 1-2. He can't get out the way on it. The guy comes in and you square it up, baby. All right? Okay, now listen. When you make your turn, fire. Okay? Remember how we worked on in the gym?
Right.
As soon as you step,
Just keep the pressure on him, Flip. That's all you're going to do. Make him run. Okay? Make him run. Okay? Concentrate on that slipping. That's it. You're going to slip, slip, slip. Get your distance right. And when your distance right, you let go. Right.
Keep slipping, keep working the body.
Okay. That's it.
Phillip Holiday's trainer, Harold Bolbrecht, once had a welterweight title shot against Mark Freeland. He's a pretty doggone good fighter who's still in terrific shape.
One thing that Holiday does that I do like is that since he knows he's the conditionist, he makes sure that he starts the attacks first.
Overhand right landed for Robinson. Robinson momentarily turns southpaw and then steps back into his conventional stance. You heard Tommy Brooks asking for combinations from Ivan Robinson. Easier said than done against a guy who's going to stick it to your body every time you throw a punch.
Even if you don't throw a punch, you're going to stick it to your body. See, that's where Holiday lands the punches because he's getting gone first. Therefore, he's keeping Holiday on the defense. Keeping Robinson on the defense.
And already, Holiday's body punching beginning to take a toll on Ivan Robinson's footwork as Robinson is a little bit slower to move to his left and stands still just a little bit more often.
And he can't punch as much because he got his hands home trying to defend his body and his head. That was a good try by Ivan.
Tripling up on the jab, following with the right hand. Robinson better be careful about dropping both hands after he throws a combination like that.
Definitely getting tired. He's not moving back as far as he was. Therefore, Holiday should be connecting with some bigger punches.
This pattern continues, Roy. By the 4th or 5th round, Holiday is going to have Robinson all locked up in the corners.
Just about has him there now, Jim. See, when he's getting off his attack first, Robinson doesn't have a chance to do anything but defend.
Robinson with a good counter right there that momentarily backed Holiday up and stopped the assault. Now Holiday against the ropes. And Ivan Robinson with another effective combination.
But can he keep this up, though?
This is turning into a smaller version of our first fight.
And that is in Holiday's favor because I think he has the most experience at fighting this type of fight. This is his strength, his condition.
This is an incredible work rate for both punchers. They're going to be throwing more than 100 blows each in the second round also. You have a pretty good sense that Phillip Holiday can keep this up. Can Ivan Robinson do it?
Hey, yo, listen up, baby. All right. You got to stick to the fight plan, okay?
Right.
Don't be ad-libbing on me now, okay? We got to do the same thing we did in the gym, okay? The same thing. What did I say we wanted to do? We want to stay basic, right? Straight 1-2, baby, all right?
Be careful when you pull out, okay?
Keep up, though. Just keep up just a tad more.
Okay, be careful when you pull out, okay? Okay, that's it. You're going to take more compact, Flip. You're making too many mistakes by pulling out, okay? Put your chin down. You have to get chin down.
Robinson has very quick hands, but ordinarily he doesn't like to stand in there and sit down on his punches. Here he is doing it at the end of the round. Robinson said that he saw Holiday just as a target ready to be hit, but this target hits back.
And this target hits back at a rapid amount.
Looping right hand landed for Robinson. Holiday comes back with an uppercut.
Holiday is putting in good body work. That's where you can tell that he has most experience at going these type of fights.
Shows his determination to keep going to the body. Won't be dissuaded.
Because he knows that after about round 7 or 8, this will start to show up on the opponent.
Robinson doing a better job in this round of following Tommy Brooks' instruction and sticking with the basic 1-2. Left jab, right cross. Uppercut landed to the body there. Holiday stepping through it and coming to the body himself.
Holiday is still initiating all of the contact, and that is not good for Ivan Robinson. Because if you let the other guy get off first, he's going to hit you sooner or later.
I don't remember a small man since Chavez who punches with this much conviction to the body. Chavez and Whitaker were the last stars in the lightweight division, and we're looking for the next one.
De La Hoya did a little work in the lightweight division,
but he was just sort of passing through on his way north.
That's true. Hard right hand by Robinson, or check it by Holiday as he stepped in. There's Robinson with a couple of left hooks. By Ivan Robinson. He's fighting Holiday's fight, and he's doing about as well as he could be expected to do at that. And he lands another right hand over the top, and Holiday comes right back to the body. And Ivan Robinson is taking advantage of Holiday's determination to stay low by firing high and landing.
And that's what he should do, but he also should go back to Holiday's body. Because Holiday is staying in his body.
You look at this, and you realize why you might want to consider taking up boxing as conditioning if you're looking for something that will get you into extreme good shape.
And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you will get beat.
There are extremely well-conditioned athletes in the world of sport who would simply drop from exhaustion right now. That gentleman in the blue silk right there is Tommy Brooks. That's the hottest trainer in boxing, architect of Holyfield's victory over Tyson, Junior Jones's upset of Marco Antonio Barrera.
Right. You know you can do it. Shorten it there and step around and fire. That's as simple as that. Now, if you want this title, you got to do it. Okay? The guy ain't gonna quit. You gotta make him quit, son.
You ain't gonna quit, man. You got
what I'm saying?
Yeah, over here.
Not too much. Okay.
At the rapid 5 seconds, not 10. It's going to know.
You mean it's going back in?
Okay. This is the end of the round. You saw that Robinson had a very good salvo of punches toward the end of the round. When you're scoring the fight, do you give him the round because of that salvo, or do you give the round to Holiday because he dominated the first 2 minutes with body shots?
Yeah, did you perhaps notice that Phillip Holiday threw a near incredible 122 punches in round 3, most of them power shots to the body.
A relentless body attack Phillip Holiday is putting on.
So far, Robinson's holding his own pretty well, and so far, Robinson is not locked in jail against the ropes the way Holiday wants him to be. When they stay out here at center ring, Ivan Robinson can stay in the fight with his jab and his right hand.
He actually can pick Phillip Holiday apart out there in the center of the ring.
Holiday lands a right hand up top and a left to the body as he steps in.
One thing about about the conversion from being a good amateur to being a good pro is a guy like Phillip Holiday probably would never have been a good amateur fighter because he punches hard, but he doesn't throw the quick punches that they look for in amateur boxing. Where once you turn professional, the powerful punches become more effective over the long haul, and this is what gives Holiday the advantage.
Also, in amateur boxing, you just don't get that much credit for body punching. You have to land directly to the face most of the time to get a point these days. And obviously, a lot of what Holiday does is relatively subtle work.
Holiday can get on first like this, he's going to beat Ivan Robinson to the punch every time.
Holiday's having a very good round in round 4. Robinson's punch count is dropping just a little. Holiday's getting more and more opportunities. And look at how relentlessly he keeps throwing combinations.
And the reason Ivan's punch count is dropping is because he has to keep his hands at home for defense.
This guy's a whirlwind. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in a long, long time.
Since Henry Armstrong?
Well, he's that type of guy. His defense is his offense, but he's also keeps his arms up there, and he's pretty slick at ducking big punches.
Reminds me a lot of Al Cole.
Al Cole's a heavyweight.
Yeah, but he has a relentless attack like this, and this is his strength, his attack. His offense is his defense.
Pretty big round for Holiday. Robinson landed one good counter shot in the last 5 seconds, but he took a world of hurt to the body there.
We worked on in the gym, baby. Hey, champ, if you want to win this fight, you're going to have to listen, man. Hey, you're going to have to listen, champ.
My God, look at that number.
Just to let you throw this thing away.
139
now,
punches.
you got to follow instructions. You follow instructions. I asked for a jab.
Another Wayne McCullum.
What do you need? Give him water. You just give him water.
Just keep giving one.
Where's that adrenaline? Flippy.
This man from South Africa is a machine. He is throwing incredible numbers of punches to the body, upstairs, downstairs, downstairs, upstairs. If he can keep this up for 12 rounds, I will have seen something I haven't seen for a while.
Nelson Mandela told Phillip Holiday that he is his favorite athlete because, like Mandela and like freedom, he will not be denied.
Harold, 4 rounds. What do you got?
Larry, so far 38-38, 2 rounds apiece, but certainly in the 4th round, the whole thing swung Phillip Holiday's way. You know, he's been whacking him with those body shots the entire fight, and the only reason I gave 2 rounds to Ivan Robinson was because he had very quick hands, but let me tell you something, the 4th round, the fight absolutely turned around. The body shots are really starting to tell on Robinson. He's slowing up noticeably.
Well, Robinson is fighting back well. I have it 2 rounds apiece also, but my sense is that Holiday certainly is doing more damage.
Ivan has to learn to go to the body with authority like Holiday does. You don't go to the body with authority, you won't last long as a professional boxer. That was one of Meldrick Taylor's weaknesses.
And incidentally, Meldrick Taylor and Ivan Robinson went to the same high school. Thank you for that lead-in, Roy. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
That would be Simon Gratz High School in Philadelphia.
Both of them were good fighters, and Ivan is a good fighter, and Meldrick is still a good fighter. But Ivan needs to learn that to be a great professional, you have to throw great body shots like the one he throws in. The little pity pass won't get it.
It's a supreme act of will for Ivan Robinson to stand in there and just trade punches with Phillip Holiday. And he's doing it up to this point in the fight.
And I think he's hurting Holiday's body when he does punch him to the body with authority, but he has to do it more often.
Oh, and there's a little red spot above Holiday's right eye and under the eyebrow. I can't tell yet whether it's a cut, but it's at least an abrasion. Uppercut misses for Holiday, and he says, the rib cage. I remember. I'll go back to the rib cage.
If he goes to the rib cage, he can win this fight, Jim. Ivan Robinson. Right there, the guy throws 4-1 because Holiday throws 4-1 because Robinson lets him get off first. He's initiating all the contact. Right there. 1, 2, 3 punches. Anytime you let a guy like this come first, he's going to beat you. That's the kind of stopping that you have to do him. Just like Ivan did then.
Well, much of this round has been fought in the center of the ring. And as you pointed out earlier, Roy, when they fight in the center of the ring, Robinson has a chance to pick Holiday apart, as he does right there. But then Holiday comes back relentlessly, as is his style.
A Tasmanian devil.
Give me water. Give me water.
Plenty water, drink plenty. How are you feeling, Phillip? Fine. Feeling good.
Okay. Right. He's breathing heavy now, okay? He's starting to breathe heavy now. Okay. We're going to get on 6.
1 point in the fight, but you've got to do more work with him on the inside.
Okay? Give me the Vaseline.
This fight has been no holiday for Ivan Robinson. He just doesn't give you time to think or even blink. And then you see Robinson. He's had a little bit of a holiday here himself with a good flurry laid on, trying his best. But I can't believe that this is his fight. He's being forced to fight Holiday's fight.
One bad thing that's happening to Robinson as the fight goes on, he's losing his jab. Holiday taking it away. Of 104 total connects between the two fighters in round 5, 91 of them were power shots. And if Ivan Robinson can't set his stuff up with his jab, he's fighting Holiday's fight.
Just as he gets outside to get set, Jim, Holiday attacks. He never has a chance to really get out and set up like he wants to. Robinson doesn't.
Now they begin to trade jabs in the center of the ring, and this is where Robinson can do very well. And Holiday's punch count slows when they stand like this. The closer they get to the ropes, the more Holiday goes back to being the Tasmanian devil or the whirling dervish, whatever you want to call it. That monstrous punch count. There was a featherweight fight a few years back, I believe, between Troy Waters and Kevin Kelly, in which the all-time punch stats record for most punches thrown and landed was set. I think we got a chance of threatening that tonight if this bout goes 12 rounds.
I think we do too, Jim.
Straight right hand lead by Ivan Robinson.
Well, if this is an example of some of the relatively unknown lightweight fighters out there, this division is going to experience a comeback in a big way in '97.
Henry Armstrong would be proud. Good counter right hand shot inside by Holiday. Robinson's footwork starting to suffer a little bit as he continues to take the wear and tear to the body. Robinson took a big right hand up top again from Holiday, and now Holiday is starting to focus more and more on the head and try to get Robinson drunk.
Robinson could be getting a little weak from those body shots. His legs could be starting to feel the body shots from Holiday.
Look at Holiday just set and fire.
He lands first, he lands last, and he lands in between.
And in the way he commits to every power punch, he's got a little of the David Dewey in him.
Yeah, but give Robinson credit. He's really giving it a big try here.
I give him a world of credit. He's fighting a tremendous fight.
Yes, he's giving a tremendous effort.
I mean, we've seen this back and forthing for the fourth time now in a week. Mercer and Witherspoon, Bowe and Galata. Earlier we saw David Tua
And Alvin Reeder.
David Isorete.
That's what I was going to say, of course.
Robinson is out of this fight yet.
Not at all. Particularly because that abrasion above Holiday's right eye may yet begin to bleed.
Look, you're going to have to work. You got to throw straight punches.
Incidentally,
no, I ain't going to lie to you.
all the fights here on HBO are great like this.
Not this guy.
Well, no, not always. We've had a couple that weren't quite as entertaining, but we're expecting similar entertainment from Wayne McCullough. There he is, Roy. On January 11th, that'll be Boxing After Dark in Boston, Massachusetts. And you'll be there with us. That'll also have Romalo Celis against Crisanto España. Pernell Whitaker against Diobelis Hurtado from Team Freedom, the group of defectors from Cuba. Lennox Lewis against Oliver McCall. And Arturo Gatti against Tracy Patterson. A rematch. First one was a war. And as you saw, there was another bout on that card as well.
Angel Manfredi and Wilson Rodriguez.
Wilson Rodriguez, who had a tremendous fight against Arturo Gatti, won by Gatti on a miracle left hook knockout when both of his eyes were closed.
Work out. Let him out, Ivan. Let him out, Ivan. Let him out.
I don't know if Phillip Holiday's mother has come back into the arena yet, but I can understand why she left. And my reporter out there tells me her seat is still empty.
Oh, good body shot by Ivan Robinson.
In the 6th round, Phillip Holiday threw 121 punches, and Ivan Robinson threw 100.
One interesting thing here, Jim. Robinson has Holiday backing up now, something that I know Holiday can't possibly be accustomed to.
Mark of how well Robinson's doing. We're into the 7th round of the scheduled 12. He's backing up looking for punching room because Robinson has decided to pressure him and try to stay in Holiday's face. So that time Holiday cocks and loads the right hand, thinking maybe Robinson would walk into it. And he wouldn't have to throw another 800 punches between now and the final bell. Low blow by Holiday.
Referee doesn't see it.
Or if he did, he elected to let it go.
Now, Roy, tell me, what are guys doing in the gym to be able to throw this many punches? I mean, is it working on the speed bag, on the big bag? What do you do?
The big bag mainly. But what this guy probably does is he probably stays in shape year-round. I think he was hurt by that hook then, though. By being a triathlon, I think he probably stays well-conditioned year-round, and that will allow him to be able to do this.
I think this has been a tremendous round for Ivan Robinson, who has been able, as Roy pointed out, to back Holiday up a couple times and has landed some excellent counter shots in there. And now Holiday, perhaps sensing that the first couple of minutes of the round got away from him, is looking for a big finish.
Ivan Robinson was very smart by not staying in that corner then.
Robinson a little bit out of gas coming down the stretch here in round 7, but he has put some hurt on Holiday in this round.
And he's giving Holiday a little bit of his own medicine. Pressure, and more pressure.
Well, this has nothing to do with technique anymore.
Well, both fighters getting a little ragged here in 7. You saw how Holiday was wild with 2 uppercuts, but he comes back with some combinations in the closing moments, and Robinson counters effectively.
See, you didn't put yourself in this kind of fight. Listen, man, listen. Ivan, you squared up. You're throwing nothing punches. I told you that you need to hit something, right?
Right.
Okay, you just swinging at the dead air, baby.
Okay.
Hit something. Follow what I'm saying? Right. You got him on the ropes, hit something. Okay. You know what I mean? You want the chest, the arms.
Very good. Yeah. Fresh is getting to him. Just keep it fresh.
The fight is a little bit close, boy. Okay.
Half rounds to the timing more costly.
More exchanges in the corner. Holiday's nickname is No Deal, which is to say when you fight him, he's not going to give you any deal. He's going to make you fight him. And Robinson is fighting him back.
CompuBox record for punches thrown by a single fighter in a 12-round fight. 1,596 punches by Ray Oliveira in a junior welterweight bout against Zach Padilla a few years ago. Right now, Phillip Holiday's got a chance to threaten that record.
This fight is turned around.
Yep, Ivan Robinson in rounds 7 and 8 is making it his fight.
But I mean, even tactically, Robinson is now coming at him, and he's trying to stand back and pop shoot him.
Between rounds that what was once an abrasion is now a small cut above the right eye of Phillip Holiday.
Don't punch. Another good body shot by Ivan Robinson.
Could that cut be part of the reason why Robinson's been able to back Holiday up in the last couple of rounds, Roy?
No, I don't think the cut has nothing to do with it. I think Robinson just finally decided that, hey, I can't outbox this guy and stay away from him. I'm just going to have to go ahead and fight him. If I'm going to beat him, I'm going to have to beat him by fighting him, not boxing.
Brave choice.
Step out, step out, step out.
And you can see how much Ivan Robinson wants this tonight.
Go out of there, Phil.
Don't punch, don't punch.
Now Robinson's going to the body with authority.
Up five, up through.
Is a 5'9" lightweight like Robinson really built for that kind of fight? Roy?
No, he's not built for a fight. No, he's not built for that type of fight. But when you can't get away from this guy, you may as well fight him.
No. Swear up, let's go.
In the early stages of my career, Larry, there were fights when I had told friends of mine that if by round 6 I wasn't outboxing this guy, let me know so we could go toe-to-toe. And that's what I think has happened here.
Well, if Ivan Robinson could pull off the upset, fighting Phillip Holiday's style of fight, as he's been doing for the past couple of rounds, that would make it doubly sweet and doubly shocking. But he might have a chance to do exactly that. Ivan Mighty Robinson.
He's got it. Okay, boys, take a deep breath.
Let's drink plenty. Look, that was a great round. Now we're going to round 9.
Okay.
There's only 4 rounds left, eh?
Flip, I think we are 1 round behind, okay? So we had this 1 round in the bag, okay? So we keep
There you see Phillip Holiday's twin brother, Paul. He's not an identical twin. Mother has not returned to the arena yet.
Looks a little bit like Julio Cesar Chavez.
What is?
Mom's around the corner in the buffet.
You got the wrestling run, you got to put this back in the prop, and then don't throw it
Fast.
Hey, we need these 4 rounds. We need them big.
Fighters like Phillip Holiday can have short, blazing, meteoric careers. You can't do this for too many years.
Chavez did.
Yeah, but Chavez picked his punches a little bit more deliberately, hurt his opponents a little bit more. He's more heavy-handed. Harold, 8 rounds, how do you have it?
Larry, I'm absolutely amazed at the way these guys are going at it. 77, 75, 5 rounds to 3, Ivan Robinson. I think he's fighting a tremendous fight, great physical condition. He just keeps working. I think he's outworking Phillip Holiday. Just punching and punching and punching. I just believe he's landing more shots and outworking his kid.
That means you've given the last 3 or 4 rounds to, well, you've given the last 2,
Jim. And incidentally, the fight you were referring to before was Troy Dorsey.
Oh, Troy Dorsey, Troy Waters, yeah.
I have it 5 rounds to 3 for Holiday.
Well, that makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Very interesting.
And in round 8, a round that I think we all thought Robinson won. Phillip Holiday threw 141 punches.
I thought Holiday won the round.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, the punch count number would support you because he threw 141 blows on the round.
Break, don't punch, don't punch.
Well, Ivan Robinson has been waiting for this fight all of his life, and to his credit, he is ready for it. He's in terrific condition.
And he's fighting it.
No matter what happens in this fight.
And he is fighting it.
Break, don't punch, don't punch, don't punch.
Were you surprised when Ivan Robinson didn't make the Olympic team in 1992, Roy?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought he was definitely one of the hotter prospects for the Olympic team in '92.
Hard left hand by Holiday momentarily stopped Robinson from punching. Robinson slightly wobbled by that big left hook.
That hurt Robinson very bad.
Holiday looking for a chance to follow up. Robinson did a good job of holding on for a second. Legs still wobbling for Robinson as Holiday tries to put him against the ropes. Now Ivan's starting to get his legs back.
Don't punch, don't punch, Phil, don't punch. Yeah, just shot down,
Robinson also has to shorten up on his punches a little bit because the reason Holiday gets to the target more times is that he's throwing shorter, more frequent, economical punches.
Punch and move, punch and move.
Look, straight 1-2 is all you got to do, babe. I was telling you that from round one.
Right.
But you're not doing it. Your back is straight up. You let him get the momentum. Hey, you got 3 rounds left, Captain.
All right, Coach.
Hey.
Starts in round 1.
Hey, listen.
Right.
You got to knock this guy out the ring. You worked too hard for this, man.
Okay.
Everything that you did at the gym, you didn't do in here.
Right.
You know it.
1 minute, sir. Phillip, you're feeling good. Keep the pressure on you. 30 minutes, to be honest.
I've seen so many punches land in these fights we've seen the last week. I think I'm beginning to feel a little punchy, Roy. And here are more of them. Do you think that Tommy Brooks is saying the right things to Robinson? I mean, it seems to me that he's undermining him a little bit. I mean, the fight is turned. He can't get away from Holiday. Why do you keep telling him you're not doing what you're doing in the gym?
What he's doing in the gym probably wouldn't work right now anyway. I'm sure they were planning to box Holiday in the gym, but that will not work.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're going to effectively box against a guy who just puts his head in your chest and fires away the way Holiday does most of the time.
Well, you have to fight him a little bit and box him a little bit. Then fight him a little bit, then box him a little bit. You change up on him so much that you confuse him.
Of which I think Robinson's done a tremendous job. Can't imagine what Tommy Brooks would be dissatisfied about with regard to that.
But probably because Robinson isn't putting out the punch effort that Holiday is putting out.
Well, I don't think Brooks sees him as a brawler, and he's been involved in a brawl. So it's quite understandable that he's a little disappointed that Robinson hasn't been able to execute his style as a boxer. But once you see what's happening, why undermine him psychologically by keep telling him that?
Well, because he wants him to go out and try to knock him out. He wants Ivan to go out and try to knock Holiday out. He obviously thinks they're that far behind.
Pull out, Ivan.
And that's, we talked about a new trainer. A fighter also has to get used to the different kinds of instructions he's going to get in the corner.
Another hard right hand by Holiday. Robinson wobbled just a little bit. Now Robinson lands a right hand shot along the ropes.
This is a hard fight to make that change in, Larry. Yeah, very hard fight.
Holiday starting to get some opportunities to land power punches to the head. He went through the middle rounds without being able to do that.
Don't punch, don't punch. Break, don't punch, don't punch. Don't punch that.
Steve Smoger, the referee, doing a nice job.
Pull out, Ivan. Pull out.
I think Holiday's punches have lost a little snap here in the last couple of rounds.
And right there was one of those opportunities where Ivan could have boxed him a little because he had him off balance. All he had to do was stay outside and box him while he had him off balance.
Why would he be tired after all of this?
He's not tired. There he's showing right there. He has enough to do it.
Well, this looks like an old-fashioned Philadelphia gym war. I'm sure Robinson has been in a few of those.
Great right hand by Holiday. Robinson comes back with a left and a right of his own. Second right hand missed for Robinson. Closing seconds of the round. Every round a pitched battle.
I like Robinson.
I like every fighter we've seen tonight. It's Boxing After Dark. It started on February 3 with the fabulous Kennedy McKinney versus Marco Antonio Barrera fight. Later we had Wilson Rodriguez against Arturo Gatti. We just don't have too many bad fights on this telecast.
Right, we're on about World War X now.
That's right.
Plenty water. Well, there's 6 minutes left, eh? You're in round 11, okay? 6 minutes. We need both rounds to be sure of retaining their time. We don't have these judges are scoring the fight.
And we show you round card girls on Boxing After Dark in Santa Claus costumes. And why did we bring you Phillip Holiday tonight? Well, of course, because it's the holiday season.
I must say, as beautiful as this casino is, and I've been all over the world in casinos and never seen anything quite as beautiful as this. Round card girls let me down a little bit. I understand the tribal elders dictated the costumes. That's the only thing that's let us down tonight.
I started to say the boxing has been nothing short of cosmic tonight. Hard body shot by Phillip Holiday. He follows up with a couple of punches upstairs. Ivan Robinson with a left and a right combination. It's been his best weapon all through the fight. Holiday still able to throw punches in bunches to the ribcage.
Oh, that was a good right hand by Ivan. But here's another one of those guys with one of those beards that we were speaking of earlier.
Yeah, we talked about David Izomrate's beard. It was world class. As he hung in for almost all of 12 rounds against David Tua. Before one of Tua's bombs finally put him away.
A bad low blow, the first one we've seen tonight.
First bad one.
I don't think I ever seen a good one. Basically, what I think is happening here is Holiday is just out hustling Robinson.
Well, that's what he does.
Well, we showed you that Ivan Robinson had only 10 knockouts in his 23 wins coming in. If he can't win the fight, at the end of the night, he might be thinking, if I just had a little more punching power, if I could have backed Holiday up just a tiny bit more, if I could have hurt him when I had chances. He hasn't been able to hurt him at all.
And give Holiday a little bit of credit for being able to smother Robinson so that he won't be able to land any big, long punches.
Hands are loose, guys.
Hard right hand by Holiday. But the fourth time in the last 3 rounds that he's landed the kind of power shot which catches the eyes of the judges.
I tell you what, Ivan will not quit, and Ivan does not give in.
Now, this is a mighty performance.
A mighty performance.
Holiday told us he's going to New York with his family for a holiday after after this for the Christmas holidays. After watching this, I think he's going to spend most of that time in a bed at some hotel.
Young man from Benoni, South Africa, wants to spend Christmas in New York.
My jaw hurts worse from watching this than it does from seeing myself fight.
All right, baby.
You've never had a fight like this, boy.
Don't put it on.
The only way you're going to win, you have to knock him out. Okay? Hey, the only way.
Last one, we touch him in the center. Last one.
The only way you're going to knock him out, you can't knock him out by moving like that. You have to get.
Last one, fellas, we touch him in the center.
Okay, give me that instruction. Eddie, take that.
Water.
Give him water.
Water. Phillip, 3 minutes, eh? It's between you and your title is 3 minutes, eh? Everything
This is
depends
important.
on this round. Very, very close.
Okay. Give him
Put the gum guard back.
Put the gum back. Come, Flippy. That.
Give it everything
Harold,
you got,
going
man.
into the last round, your score.
Larry, I agree with whoever said very, very close. Phillip Holiday, 105,
Phillip, keep him on the house for 3 minutes. Physical condition in the point in 3 minutes.
3 rounds. You've given Holiday the last 3 rounds.
Absolutely. He just keeps on coming. Tougher, stronger puncher. He seems to have worn Ivan Robinson down. I think he's pulled ahead.
I have it 7-4. I have Holiday further ahead. I believe with Tommy Brooks that Robinson has to have a very, very big round and do something dramatic to pull this fight out. Like more of that.
In the 11th round, Holiday threw another 137 punches. Ivan Robinson has come out looking to unload the kitchen in round 12. He's going to throw everything he's got. Hard right hands over the top. And Holiday will come back with exactly the same.
The reason that this series has been such a success is because we've had young, live fighters like this trying to prove to the world how good they are.
Relatively evenly matched and therefore extended to their best efforts by the competition. Robinson's off to an excellent start in round 12, Roy.
Yeah, he is, but Holiday is not backing up and he's not lightening up.
Good left-hand counter shot in there by Ivan. Holiday just throws him into the ropes.
That'll come with experience, too. Robinson will learn to stop letting guys push him and throw him around.
Well, I feel like standing up and applauding after this one.
Me too.
Boy, we asked these kids to give us a lot, and these kids have given us more than a lot. All 4 of them tonight.
1 minute to go in a great, great night of boxing. Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. First visit here for Boxing After Dark, and it is a memorable one.
And Holiday seems to be getting stronger.
Oh, this is the moment in a triathlon when you say, I'm going to do well in the second half. Robinson wilting a little as the last seconds tick away. Holiday still looking to land one more big shot. Look at this. Just look at this.
These cats are fighting.
And it's a standing O from the crowd.
Well deserved. These two guys know each other pretty well right now, huh, Roy?
Very well.
Let's take a look at some action from round 12, in which Robinson threw 84 punches, landed more than half of them, but Holiday threw 133 punches in round 12. Roy?
There you see Holiday coming, trying to be the aggressor again, but he just could not make Ivan Robinson give. Both of them just trading body shots. Ivan would not give up in this fight.
Very difficult fight to score once again. You favor aggression, as does our Harold Letterman, and you would have to cast your eye toward Holiday for his relentlessness and his aggressive command. And we told you about his mother, who after the 2-week fast, she's a member of a very conservative religious sect in South Africa, had left the arena and apparently did not watch any of the fight, and now she's come back in to see how her son has fared.
A big sacrificial statement that she makes for her son.
Hey, Cedric.
Does your mother watch your fights, Will?
Yeah, my mom watches every fight, and she throws every punch right along with me. But we don't take too many.
You just went into the assault. Well done. Well done, Ivan.
4,160 total punches thrown in this fight. Let's go up to Mark Barrow for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Harry Davis scores the bout 116-107. Judge Steve Epstein scores it 118-110. And Judge James Traylor scores it 117-111 to the winner and IBF lightweight champion of the world, Phillip Holiday.
Unanimous decision for Holiday. And none of the three judges, quite frankly, saw it as closely as we did. Harold?
7 rounds to 5, 115-113, Phillip Holiday. Certainly he finished a lot stronger. He deserved the decision. I didn't think he won that bid because Ivan Robinson certainly looked awful good in the early rounds.
I think I agree more with Harold's scoring than with the scorecards of the three judges, all of whom saw it a little bit more one-sidedly in Holiday's favor, although I think, Roy, we can agree Holiday won the fight.
Yeah, he did win the fight. He did win the fight because he showed that he was the champion. He was the aggressor. He kept coming. He got stronger as the fight went on.
Punch stat numbers, and you can see that Holiday wound up throwing close to 1,500 punches in the fight, not breaking the individual fight record, but there aren't too many lightweights who have thrown more than that with punch stat numbers, counters watching, and that number I gave you earlier, 4,000 plus punches on the night, that was in the two bouts combined. That's what you watched on Boxing After Dark tonight, was 4,160 attempted punches. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Just quickly, fellas, thank you for putting your bodies and your souls into this fight. First, you, Ivan, your thoughts about this fight.
It was a real damn close fight. I got out of my game plan. I didn't listen to Tommy Brooks. Like I told everybody before, Phillip Holiday is a true champion. I'm glad he gave me a shot at the IBF title, and I'll be back. I just hope HBO and everybody look at me as a worthy opponent and bring me back.
And you, Phillip?
Definitely, Ivan gave me a fantastic fight. I must say that I've had many fights, and I don't think I've had anybody who's had conditioning like Ivan. So I must take my hat off to him and say, well done. I thought the fight was closer than the judges gave it. And one thing I was happy about was my trainer, Harold Holiday. We worked hard together, and he's honest to me in the corner. I think we're coming in about the 6th round, and he said to me, Phillip, I think we're behind on this fight. And that's what I like. I want someone to be honest with me and tell me the truth, what's going on. And he made me start picking my rounds, my work rate up from about the round 6. So I knew I was a little bit behind, and I thought the fight was closer than the judges gave it. But
You'll take it.
Yes, definitely. I'll take every point I can get.
And so will we. Jim?
What a sportsman, huh?
A very good sportsman.
And you heard him say that he agreed with us, in effect, that the fight was closer than the way the judges saw it. Well, we know what Phillip Holiday is going to do in the future. He's going to look for more top opponents and try to pound away at them relentlessly as he did tonight. Ivan Robinson looks forward to a good future with an excellent trainer in Tommy Brooks. What will Brooks do with it?
I think Brooks will turn him into a very superb fighter. This guy has a lot of good training already. He just has to work on throwing more punches, being just a little bit more meaner in the ring.
He certainly overcame the hurdles we discussed before the fight of having recently dislodged his father as trainer. To be able to 6 weeks later come back and put forth an effort like this one shows the emotional stability of Ivan Robinson.
That shows that he does have the emotional stability enough to become a world champion.
We saw an excellent lightweight earlier on the undercard, a young man named Shane Mosley from Linwood, California. How far away is Shane Mosley from a bout with somebody like Phillip Holiday?
Shane Mosley is at the door and knocking and trying to kick it down.
Now, he won't throw any 1,400 or 1,500 punches. He'll be trying to get one power shot in on Holiday.
He won't be trying to get one power shot in. He'll be trying to get a numerous amount of power shots in. But it won't take him 1,400 or 1,500. If he hits you with 1,000, somebody should be asleep by then.
Let's go back to Larry Merchant as he joins us now at ringside. Roy, thanks again for a great job, Larry. Your final thoughts after having spoken with terrific sportsman Phillip Holiday. I mean, you can't ask for better sportsmanship than he exhibited in that post-fight discussion.
My thoughts after watching a card like this, Jim, are that Americans used to dominate boxing, and we just thought all the best fighters in the world were Americans. As Casey Stengel used to say of our best athletes, the youth of America. But now we see that in prize fighting, as in economics, it's a tough, competitive world out there, and there are a lot of good athletes and especially a lot of good fighters out there. We saw tonight a Samoan who lives in New Zealand. We saw a Nigerian who lives in Paris. We saw a South African. We saw a kid from Philadelphia, brave and true souls all. And sitting and watching and loving every minute of it as we were, Marvin Hagler, an American who now lives in Italy. It is an international game, and we're going to see more and more great international fighters from now.